Dr. G, the seldom seen. I think it's about time that I interviewed the director.
Okay, remember a couple weeks ago when
Oh,
you got...
I know what it is. I've never done this, okay? This will, wait, hang on. No, it's on. Okay. Okay. Yes, I checked it earlier. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are we on?
We are. If you would drag that microphone on over sort of in right in there, that'll be fine.
By the way, these are about $65. Remember when you got chastised over the phone for being disrespectful to
Yes.
the president?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And how you should be respectful of the president.
Uh-huh.
The president gets respect in the beginning because it's kind of a given.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he loses the respect,
Yes.
which he has done, which all humans either by your behavior you either gain respect or you lose respect as a consequence of your behavior, then it's going to be very hard to get it back.
Almost impossible.
Almost
I would
impossible.
say pretty much impossible.
But just because a person is the president does not give them automatic respect no matter what they do. They have to pay for their consequences.
Right. Some people don't see it that way. You know what I mean? Some people have a different philosophy on those things, and people are all
They're out of it
all
because life has consequences.
Yeah. Life is real. That's the thing, right? It's not just a concept. Life's just not just a concept anymore. It's here today.
Yes. Okay.
And gone tomorrow.
Yes.
And so you'd better open your wake up while you are here and live it. Pay attention to what's going on around you because it really is going on around you.
It is. Okay, so what were we talking about before?
Oh, I was going to tell you about
Martha.
Martha. Martha and I have been really good friends since I think it was ninth grade, since sometime in junior high school. We were in junior high school. This is the camera. This is the camera that makes the wiggly lines. This is the camera. Hi there.
Hi.
Please come in and have a seat, if you will.
Yeah.
We're live on the air. I forgot to tell you that part. And this is the
Where do you want me to sit? Does it matter?
Anywhere.
where you would like to sit.
Where you have the best camera range is
Yeah.
where I like to sit.
If you-
See, there's the camera
so
there,
if you
and that's how
would-
you look.
Okay.
Move that back around to the sort of the middle of things there. That's a good spot for it there. And now will you identify yourself?
Yes, I'm Katie Damien.
Hi.
Hi.
And you're in there editing, working on a show, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm importing footage, so I had a few minutes. I thought I'd stop by
Uh-huh.
and
What,
visit.
what is your show?
I'm working on a couple things. I already have some shorts that I've done from film school and just in the past that I'm putting together into half-hour blocks to show here. And then also I'm working on a behind-the-scenes of this short that I produced called Stiff, which is going to be coming out soon, where somebody else is doing the post-work on it. So I'm doing just the behind-the-scenes because it's going to be about 10 minutes when it's finished. So I'm going to do like a 20-minute video, and then we'll have it in one block to show here, and also we're going to send it to the Asheville Film Festival and whatnot.
Right.
So that's what I'm working on today.
Okay. How long have you been involved with URTV?
A couple of months, I think, because when I first heard about it, I came over here and I joined right away, and I started doing the workshops, or not the workshops, but the classes. But I didn't have anything to work on. I just had this short that I was producing. But we weren't. I think we used some of the equipment here for auditions, to tape auditions. But other than that, we already had a director of photography with his own equipment and a sound guy and all this, because it's a great project. It was really big budget short. So
A big buzzard short.
budget.
Big budget short. Did you have a sponsor?
No, it was the writer director paid for it himself, just out of pocket. This is fabulous. And so, what are you working on?
Right now I'm just doing the tea party with John.
You're not working on hat videos anymore?
I'm working on making silk roses.
Silk Roses video.
Like
A how-to,
big,
how-to
beautiful, big
silk
millinery
roses.
And, well, who are both of you?
Okay, my name is John. I'm the mad scientist.
Okay.
And this is the Mad Scientist's Tea Party
Okay.
experiment in live television.
So are you a real scientist or are you just playing a mad scientist on TV?
I am both a real scientist and I play one on TV.
Okay. And I'm taping.
I'm a mad scientist. I'm a real mad scientist.
All right, but you're
and I
really
play,
mad, or
and
you
I-
playing
and
the
I-
mad scientist
And I really
on
play
TV?
one on TV. All that.
Okay.
I just decided to be. I just decided if I had to have, if I were going to do a show, that I would just be myself for my show.
Well, I think there's a certain amount of freedom in being mad.
And I love the whole tea party. It reminds me of like Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter. And
Well, she's the
everybody-
Hatter.
yeah.
She
I'm
makes
a hat
hats.
maker.
There we go.
She's a hat
But you're not
maker.
wearing one.
No, but I wear
She
one
wore- she-
whenever they're showing one of my shows. I come in with a hat, but otherwise.
She wore a good one. Let me see. It was on the 17th, if you recall. You came on the 17th and wore one of your hats that had some big flowers on it and stuff. It was a.
And do you sell them? Do you have a shop here in town or anything
Yeah,
like that?
I have a retail space at one of the local places that have the local artisans work. I don't think we're supposed to mention names.
You can say.
At Crest.
Yeah,
Crest
she's at
Emporium.
Crest.
Okay.
And
Which is a great building.
yeah,
Mhm.
but that's a whole story.
That is.
The guy who did the Crest Five and Dimes had his own in-house architects, and that he liked that Beaux-Art. I think it's
Mhm.
Beaux-Art
Style.
architecture. Anyway, and so I'm Davine Dial, and I'm just hanging out with John because he's a great conversationalist. He can talk about anything. I have yet to find one thing that he can't talk about.
Have a big mouth. And I have my own microphone, and I sound so much better than everybody else.
Do I sound as good as you when I bring my mic?
You sound pretty good when you bring your mic.
All right,
and,
well then, so
and
there, I'm bringing my mic from now on because I can't have you sound better than me.
when your batteries last, you need
Yeah,
you need to
yeah,
get some batteries in
yes,
that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been in Asheville?
I've been here since '89. I moved here from New Orleans.
I've been here on and off since the mid '80s, and pretty much on solid since the beginning of the '90s. You know, probably '90. And I can't really keep up with the exact dates, but so it's a similar period of time.
And how long have you been here?
I think about 4 years, 3 or 4 years, but I work on cruise ships half the year, so I'm only here half the time. I do freelance work as a photographer, and then also just whatever I can find in entertainment. And then when winter comes around, I do a lot of weddings, and so it's
You
kind of
take
slow.
pictures of people on the cruise ships.
No, I don't.
No? What do you
No,
take
I work
pictures?
in broadcasting on cruise ships. Just on land, I work as a photographer.
What do you? Okay, but what do you broadcast from the cruise ship?
Yeah, because
You
each
have your own radio station or something?
well, our own, it's like a master control center basically, because each ship is like its own little floating hotel.
Mhm.
So people don't think about it a lot, but we, when you're on the ship, you have to generate your own power, and you have to have all the support services and the food services and entertainment, and part of that entertainment's television. So we have live satellite feeds that we collect for, we have a few live channels like CNN and ESPN and a few like that. And then also we have taped programming, and there's some of it runs off of hard drives, some of it DVDs, so you have to have somebody to run all of that, and that's what I do.
So you're fairly technically oriented, I would take it. It sounds like
Another techno geek girl. I'm so glad there's me and Leanne.
Yeah, there aren't
And
too many in the world.
Well, good.
Nice
you can
to meet you.
You can tell her about your microphone. She might understand what you're saying.
Oh, I have a lavalier mic,
Uh-huh.
and he makes his mic, so this is a really good mic. But he sounds very good there.
Mm-hmm.
And
we've
because we're
got
being
this.
picked up from this one, we don't sound nearly as well.
It does
so
a good
last
job.
Week,
That
I
microphone
brought
does a
my
good job.
Well, we're so
receiver.
close
We
to
plugged
yours.
it in
We can
over
almost
there.
be-
Yeah, but it's not an omnidirectional, is it?
Oh.
What, this
It's
one?
not- yeah, it's
No,
not
this is a
all-in.
cardioid. Yeah,
Uh,
just picks me up.
So it's just for you.
You want to hear the difference? You like to listen to headphones
Yeah.
from other people's sweaty ears? Okay. All right, now go ahead and talk. You see what y'all sound like.
So
Oh, I
now
see.
you see how
Yeah.
good you sound on
And
TV.
now you see what I sound like. See, I
Yeah.
sound like I know what I'm doing, don't I?
I thought, well, once your show gets really popular, you need to get a couple more of these for your
Well, I have
He
a-
has them. He's
others.
just he just doesn't have them hooked up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he even could because he's got the thingies over
Yeah.
there.
Well, I
The
started
recept-
doing it, but it became such a. This one picks up all around so well, and
And this is not that bad, is it?
not at all. It's that picks
Because
up.
he's got it boosted up some.
Mhm.
But
But if you've got them, why don't you hook it up and?
It's
Well,
a
I
lot
have
of work to set up the tea party. He's probably tired by the time he gets everything
That's
put
true.
up.
How many
It's
tea
true.
parties have you had?
He does a lot. He does them 3 times a week.
Oh wow.
And he's very picky. Everything has to be done just so.
Mhm.
I think it's he's got his mother channeling in him, I think, there. Going like, that teapot is not clean enough. I was cleaning the teapot for him, and he goes, oh, that's not right. Let me do it.
Well, I can see you've even got, like loose leaf, a real proper tea.
Yeah, this is a proper tea party, boy.
you're drinking rock tea from oolong from Wu Yi Mountain in China. There's a little brochure there, right
Which
to your.
one is
Oh,
which
okay.
one is the rock tea? This one. or
Actually,
that
they're
one?
both rock
Oh,
tea.
okay.
That's rock tea number 1.
Oh wait, there's nothing in English.
Well, that's
Oh,
one
yes, it
page.
is.
There's one page of English there.
Yes, but there's also a wonderful translation floating around here somewhere. That wonderful
The
translation.
English in there. There's one English.
No, you
page.
you had printed out something
Oh,
that was really
I
very
don't know.
amusing.
I don't know.
Some sort of translation. Where you have a Google translation, Sometimes the Google will translate a page, like,
I never tried that.
Well, it's very amusing. Like in Brazil for the bottom, they call it the bum bum.
Mm-hmm. And let's find out where did you come from before you came to Asheville?
Florida.
What part?
All over. I was born in Fort Lauderdale. I grew up in Gainesville and went to school in Orlando.
Okay.
So I kind of
Okay.
been all around.
So you
the
went to
state.
film school in Orlando?
University of Central Florida.
Mhm.
I lived for a good number of years in Coconut Grove.
Oh,
Do you know
okay.
Coconut Grove?
Mhm.
It sounds as though they're getting ready to shoot their rock video. I may need to tell them to close the door. I think I just heard them close their door.
How nice of them.
We may have to close ours as well.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we don't bother them.
So now, have you always been a hat maker and a mad scientist,
Mm-hmm.
or was there something before?
Now, I was making jewelry before that I was wholesaling to catalogs, and that got very boring.
Uh-huh.
And I just got tired of working small.
Mm-hmm.
So I ventured into something big. And then now I've ventured into doing videos on how to do stuff. So that's been my next step. So
Okay.
that's kind of open-ended too.
Uh-huh.
Because, after I do mine, then I can go do somebody else's for them if they want to teach the world how to do whatever it is they're doing.
Right, right. And how about you before the...
I've always been a mad
Always?
scientist.
You were born a mad scientist?
Yes, my father was a mad scientist, and I'm a mad
And
scientist.
you got those genes.
I guess so.
I'm a genetic mad scientist. We might have. I guess y'all hear it the same as I do. The noise from up the hall.
Yeah, don't we close this door?
No, because we'll lock other guests out. We might get lucky and have another guest. If it gets too bad, we.
Well,
can.
Herb's coming around 6.
Oh, good.
My gentleman friend's coming
That's when
around
we
6.
go off the air.
Well, that's to pick me up.
Yeah.
To take me to dinner. So he always gets here early though. He's
Uh-huh.
a very early bird.
That's
If
good.
he's supposed to be here at 6, he'll be here. He'll
Yeah.
be here at least by 1:45.
Right, and so he'll have time to come in and have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And he'll have a
Yes.
cup of tea with. Well, I've made some progress with. You may know that there's and I know you don't know about this, but you may know that there's a show that comes on before me on Wednesday. Citizens
Yes.
Speak.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the guys from Citizens Speak will sometimes come and be on my show.
Yeah, Randazzo and
Randini and
is it Randini
and
and
Don Yelton
yes,
and
Richard.
Richard, yes, will sometimes come in on and be on my show, but I have been unable to get them to drink any tea. They won't drink it. They won't drink a cup of tea.
Is it the caffeine? Maybe they.
Well, you know, it's just, but
Probably think it's gonna.
that it's mad scientist tea.
It'll loosen their tongues a little. Who knows what they'll say?
And I see you've finished your. Did you like
I
that?
have. It was very good, and I'd like another, but I need to just pop out for a second.
I understand
and
entirely.
Do some more footage, and I'm gonna come back.
That's the way it works around here.
Okay.
You know, and when you're rendering, then you have time to sit down and.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll be back in just a
Right.
minute.
Okay, so you got them to drink the tea.
Well, I got.
Did Randini drink the tea?
Randini came. I guess it was either yesterday or day before.
Well, yesterday would
Was
have been
yesterday.
the day that you had the tea party. The other one would have
That's
been.
right, it was
Wednesday
yesterday.
would have been the
Wednesday-
nighttime tea party.
Right. It was yesterday. Randini came yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and he sat down and he says, "I've decided to try the tea." Well, when he finally got a cup of I think it was the China Black, with a shot of cream in it and a sweetener in it, he said, "I like that pretty good."
There's hope for Randini.
He said he said he just didn't like hot tea,
Uh-huh.
and that was hard for him to get over. But when he finally came up with that combination, he said he liked it okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I said, now pay attention, Don, because we're going to turn Randini into a I don't know, some kind of
tea drinking
liberal.
liberal.
And Randini said, "Oh, it'll never happen. It'll never happen."
Yeah, Herb's a big bad liberal too. I'm not a liberal. I'm kind of middle of the road.
As, you know what? The middle
But
of the
Herb is very liberal.
little middle of the road in this day and time is extremely liberal. In only that what I watched conservatives change what was considered middle of the road into extreme right wing conservativeness. You know, there's been a big shift.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and there's always those shifts that are always going on.
Right,
There's
and
always kind of a pulling and
Right.
pushing.
And people who when I was young, the concepts that were considered middle of the road concepts are now considered radically liberal, but that they're the same concepts, you know. So
It's because the extremes from both sides have kind of colored it. I think. a
there,
bit.
it's doing it. This is